Hey there, welcome to video 3 of day 1 of our 48-hour Emerald training. And so tonight I wanted to just end this day of training with a little bit of motivation. And I want to talk to you about your mindset and how important it is to have a healthy mindset and a motivated mindset and a onward going and obstacle crushing mindset. It's so important. Whenever I sit down to talk with someone or to invite someone to coaching or to a challenge group, I always check my mindset before I start the conversation. And the reason is because even though I'm just typing and there's no emotion really expressed through typing because they can't hear my voice, they can't see my face, there's something weird that happens when we're in a bad mood or when we're happy, how our emotion is really translated. And I'm not sure if it's just the words we use, how we express ourselves, but it really does have a big impact. So number one, always make sure before you sit down to invite people to this, make sure that you're in the right frame of mind, okay? Make sure that you're excited. People want to be a part of something that's exciting. If it seems dull, if it seems drudgery, if you're approaching it kind of like, you're probably not going to want to do this, but I feel like I have to say it, you're not going to get a good response. And all that's going to do is it's going to reinforce for you how you feel like you can't do this. All right, so make sure that you're coming into it with excitement, with enthusiasm. You don't need to know everything. And I think that's something that a lot of new coaches really struggle with. And let me tell you, I'm 3 years into coaching. I still don't know everything. I'm still learning, okay? But don't ever let that feeling that I don't know everything hold you back. Always remember that just because you're a coach and you may have signed up yesterday, okay, but you've been through the sign up process, that means that you know more than the person who hasn't. Okay, so you're already ahead in the game than the people that you're going to be talking to about coaching. There is nothing wrong with telling someone, you know what, I'm not sure the answer to that question, but give me 1 second and I'm going to go look it up. And I can tell you from my own experience and from talking to other coaches who have been super successful as coaches, you are going to learn so much more when you're talking to people than you do from trainings like this, okay? Because when somebody asks you a question and you're like, I don't know what that is, you're going to go to the Coach Online office and you're going to click on FAQ and you're going to type in your little search and you're going to figure it out. You're going to go to Google and you're going to figure it out. And the more you do that and the more you take charge of your business and the more you really like dive in and you learn this thing for yourself because you're talking to other people and they're asking you questions, the more you're going to learn, the more confidence you're going to build. But that only comes from jumping on the bike and stumbling your way through the first few attempts, okay? That's just the way it goes. And I'll tell you in closing, before I let you go to sleep, a little story about me. When I first started, I was told, just like you're being told right now, that Emerald was the best thing ever. You need to get to Emerald. And here I am. I'd been a coach for 3 days and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to get to Emerald? Oh, I need to sign up 2 coaches. Okay, let's do this. So I went through in my head my list of people who I was going to invite, and they were people who I knew had done Beachbody programs. So I had a friend who had done Insanity, a couple friends had done Insanity. Brandon's uncle had done P90X, and he was actually somebody who had helped me through my P90X journey. And so I sent out an email to all of these people. And my email, you guys, was literally 3 pages long. And I went through every little bit of shred of knowledge that I had learned since I had become a coach. I went through my whole story and I put all this time into this email and it was all wrong. It was all wrong. Brandon's uncle actually signed up as a coach under me from that email. But I can trust me when I tell you, it's because I did a good job of explaining that he would get 25% off Shakeology and it made sense to him. It was a miracle I got anybody to sign up from that email. He was just nice enough not to open the email and see that it was 3 pages and go delete. Because think about yourself. Would you read a 3-page email? Heck no, right? You look at that and you're like, that is way too much information. I don't have time for that, okay? I say all of that to tell you this. I did it all wrong, okay? But I did it. I got out there and I started talking to people and I dove into this thing and I hit Emerald within 2 weeks of signing up as a coach. Does that happen for everyone? No, it doesn't. But the only way it will happen, whether it takes you 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, however long it takes you, the only way it's going to happen is if you dive in and you just start doing, okay? So I want you to erase from your mind the feeling that you don't know enough and just dive in knowing that you don't know enough, okay? It's okay that I don't know enough. It's okay that I don't know it all. I don't need to know it all. All I need to do is be enthusiastic, excited, and share what I'm doing. I believe in you 100%. And I want to ask you one final question before I let you go to sleep. What if you threw yourself into this wholeheartedly? What if you pushed past excuses, you pushed past the fears, you pushed past, the unknown, and you just went for it with that attitude that I'm going to go for it, I'm going to stick with it, I'm going to be consistent, and we'll see where this takes me, okay? If you do that, and in this process, you help people lose weight. You help people gain respect for themselves that they've lost. You help a woman be able to wear her wedding ring again for the first time in 6 years because she was so overweight she couldn't wear it. You help women be able to walk into a dressing room confidently and try on clothes knowing that they're going to look good and be happy, be able to enjoy Macy's again, okay? You're going to help people who feel like they don't want to be naked in front of their husbands. Maybe you help somebody and they are able to get off their diabetes insulin medication. Maybe you help someone their heart rate or blood pressure goes down, hypertension goes away, all right? Why am I saying all of these things to you? Because every one of those scenarios has happened in the last 3 years that I've been a coach. And it has been the most amazing experience I have ever had in my life. It is life-changing, not just for the people that you help, it's life-changing for you. It will change your life. It will change your perspective. It will change you, and it will turn you into a completely different person who is better and stronger and has compassion and cares. Isn't that a win? Okay, beyond the income, beyond the recognition, beyond the party and the walking across the stage at Summit, isn't that enough to push past the fear and to just go for it? And I can tell you, it is. It is. It's totally worth it. Those experiences, knowing that I've helped people in that way, the money's great. The fact that I'm working to quit my full-time job and be able to have so much freedom is great. But knowing that I helped someone overcome the hangups that I had when I was 50 pounds overweight is priceless. And that's the power you have in your hands, the power to make a difference for somebody else. All right? So I want to hear below from you a just one sentence statement of belief in yourself. I want to hear from you your belief that you can do this, all right? It doesn't have to be long. It can just say, I believe I can. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go all in. Something like that. I want it commented below, all right? Love you guys. I hope you sleep amazing.